Most of us love honey. It's delicious, ancient, and sold as a health food. But are you secretly ruining its benefits with everyday mistakes? Today I'll show you 5 common honey mistakes that stop honey from helping you, and exactly what to do instead so you get the real benefits without the risks. Stick with me. By the end, you'll know 3 quick checks that separate good honey from bad in seconds. First, never ever give honey to babies under 12 months. It's a tiny jar with a huge risk. Honey can contain Clostridium botulinum spores that infants can handle, and that can cause infant botulism. That one rule alone prevents the most serious risk from this pantry staple. So call your pediatrician if you're unsure. Mistake number 2. Heating honey like crazy. Pouring spoonfuls into boiling tea or microwaving honey may feel fine, but heat can break down delicate enzymes and some antioxidant activity, meaning the honey's special compounds are weakened. That doesn't mean your tea is suddenly poisonous, but it does mean you lose a chunk of the value you paid for. For everyday use, stir honey into warm, not boiling, liquids, or add it after the drink has cooled slightly. Third mistake, buying adulterated or fake honey. Shockingly common. Some honey on shelves is stretched with syrups or inverted sugars that look and taste like honey, but strip away health benefits and may even spike blood sugar more sharply. Always check for clear labeling, 100% raw/unadulterated, or a producer you trust. If it's suspiciously cheap or has an oddly thin texture, treat it with caution. Adulterated honey has real health and regulatory concerns, so sourcing matters. Fourth, thinking honey is a health food licensed to overeat sugar. Yes, honey contains antioxidants and trace nutrients, but it's still concentrated sugars. People swap sugar for honey and then double the sweetener. That still raises blood sugar and calories. If you have diabetes, prediabetes, or are watching calories, treat honey like any added sugar. Use less, not more. Several health reviews emphasize honey's benefits, but warn that overconsumption cancels them out. Fifth, falling for trendy or unsafe uses. Viral trends like frozen honey snacks or brushing teeth immediately after a honey binge can harm teeth or cause digestive upset if consumed excessively. Also, some folk recommendations, mixing honey with certain foods, come from cultural medicine and aren't always backed by modern studies. That means do your homework before trying every viral combo. When in doubt, follow basic safety, moderate intake, protect your teeth, and don't try risky viral challenges. Okay, so what should you do? 3 practical rules. 1. Buy honey you trust. Local raw honey or a reputable brand. Check labels. 2. Use it sparingly. A teaspoon or tablespoon when you need sweetness or symptom relief. 3. Don't heat it to boiling. Add after your drink cools a little or use in dressings, smoothies, or on toast. For topical use, choose medical grade or Manuka honey if you're treating wounds. But for everyday face masks, raw honey is usually fine after a patch test. Quick troubleshooting checks you can do on camera. Great retention moment. Do them live. The water test. A small spoon of honey in water. Real honey typically clumps/doesn't dissolve immediately. Look for crystallization, not a flaw, often a sign of real honey, and always sniff it. Off or fermented smells are a red flag. These little demonstrations keep viewers watching and boost perceived value. A couple of bonus tips. Don't store honey in direct sunlight. Keep it in a cool, dry place. Don't microwave the jar. And if you're using honey for coughs or sore throats, 1 teaspoon before bed is often as effective as many OTC syrups for kids older than 1 and adults. But always check trusted health guidance for dosing. So to recap quickly, 1. No honey for infants under 12 months. 2. Avoid overheating. 3. Avoid adulterated honey by trusted sources. 4. Don't overconsume thinking it's a free pass to sugar. And 5. Beware of risky viral trends and mixing hacks. Make those 5 fixes and you'll get far more from every spoonful. If you want, I'll pin a short shopping checklist in the comments and add links to the trusted studies and articles I used. You can copy it before you buy your next jar. Also tell me in the comments, which of these mistakes surprised you most? I'll read them and make a follow-up where I taste test 3 budget versus premium honeys live. Hit like if this helped and subscribe for practical, science-backed kitchen hacks. I post new experiments every week. Thanks for watching. Use honey smartly and enjoy the real sweet benefits. 7 surprising health benefits of honey that you didn't know about. Now, I didn't know any of these until I started researching, but once I started putting this stuff into my body, I started feeling amazing. So number one is that it can reduce your risk of heart disease. Now, studies show that consuming 1 tablespoon of honey a day can reduce your risk by 13%. That's huge. Mistake number two is heating it up. Don't heat it up. If you want to warm it up, just put the jar in a bowl of hot water. Never put it in the microwave. Okay. Mistake number three is giving it to babies. Don't give it to babies under 1 year old. It can actually kill them. Mistake number four is buying the cheap stuff. A lot of the cheap honey that you buy in supermarkets is going to be adulterated. Adulterated means they're adding things to it, okay? And how do you know if the honey has been adulterated? Well, number five, you'll notice that it's really thin. If it's really thin, it's probably been adulterated. Now, I'm not saying that all thin honey is bad. In fact, I like the thin honey because it spreads better. But I am saying that if you buy the cheap stuff, it's probably going to be adulterated. Now, a lot of people are going to stop at this point. But if you're still watching, I'm going to tell you 2 more mistakes that you should avoid when it comes to honey. Mistake number 6 is not having it raw. Raw honey has all the benefits that I'm talking about today. Pasteurized honey, not so much. And number 7 is not having it local if possible. Local honey is great because it helps with the pollen in your area. Now, I did 2 live demos while I was talking about this. One is called the water test, and the other one is when I showed you guys how to check for crystallization. Both of those demos showed that the honey that I have here is raw and unadulterated. By the way, I put the timestamps for each of these down below. So if you want to skip around, feel free to do so. Also, I have a question for you. Do you want a taste test? Put the word taste in the comments if you want to see me do a taste test between raw honey and pasteurized honey. I'll pin the comment with the graphic so it's easy to find. And of course, if you haven't seen my video on the 6 health benefits of apple cider vinegar, I put that up right here, right? Because I'm going to keep linking it because it's a good video. You should watch it. And also, don't forget to get your free guide to lowering your blood sugar at the link down below. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, please share your success story in the link down below.